Hi, it's Leigh here, and I want to talk to you about what I might call a problem conversation, a difficult conversation, particularly if it's with a manager where things aren't working out. Well, let's just take a look at some of the science of human beings working well together to get out of this. How the hell do I have a difficult conversation with my manager or anyone, really? What we know about human beings is this, that pretty much all relationships go through 4 phases, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, boss, manager, husband, wife. There's the honeymoon phase where it's a new job, it's a new relationship, it's all beautiful, we all think it's fantastic, and at some point things don't go as well as we expected, or we don't meet each other's expectations. She asked me to stay home more often than I want. The boss wants me to write long emails. The boss wants to have 1 hour debrief conversations with me, and this is where we say the honeymoon is over. We start to annoy each other. We start to get on each other's nerves. And there's a couple of choices at this point. Either we let that go on and we get stuck and annoyed with each other and we just avoid each other or don't talk or get depressed or we lose confidence, or we just go, stuff it, I'm out of here. Or we have built up enough equity and trust in the relationship where we go, okay, we have to sort this out. We have to have this difficult conversation, the uncomfortable conversation, because basically we want to get to this stage where it's a high-performing, loving, supportive, great, empowering, exciting, productive relationship. So this is the phase I'm talking about, the sorted out phase. What is a couple of ways to handle this? And the reason I say this, because literally I had an employee on the phone with me just the other day who was very, very close to saying, Leigh, I'm seriously thinking about jumping ship. And of course, that would have been sad for him, sad for the company. I said, well, there are only 2 ways to go. Either you have the conversation or you don't come to the workshop or whatever it is that was going to happen, and life goes on. We part company. This is what I said, mate. There are a couple of things. Firstly, step 1 is you need to say, boss, mate, darling, sweetheart, we need to have a chat. We need to have a chat to talk about a couple of problems. Things aren't working out as well as I'd like them to be. I'm not so happy. There were some emails, there were some phone calls, there was a number of things that had gone on in this guy where the boss had sent him some emails and he said, mate, I'm not happy. I said, get those emails out in front of you and highlight the parts or the things that he has said that you feel are inappropriate or aren't true or upsetting or whatever, and state the facts. Not I feel this way or you're a prick or what are the facts, and have at least 3 facts. In other words, there's a pattern that you want to be talking about, not you left the toilet seat up once or you nagged me once, but what are a series of facts here where there is clearly a pattern that needs to change. Then step 3 is you talk about how you feel about it. Mate, you're nagging me, you're constantly at me, I'm feeling annoyed, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling like I want to leave, I'm feeling like I'm not up to the task, I feel that you think I'm not up to the task, we need to do something about it. Now, you either tell what you want, but either way go, what are we going to do about it? Ideally, you brainstorm and you get the other person's involvement. Do we want to sort it out? What are we going to do about it? And off the back of that, you set up a plan. Who is going to do what by when? And, of course, there should be some follow-up set there to actually make it happen. We need to have a chat. What are the facts? How I feel about it? What are the options here? And let's put a plan in place that's going to follow up. Another component of this is, what do we both want here? What do we both want? This is what I want, and this is what you want. Where and how can we actually meet? But you start with, clearly we both want this relationship to work. Clearly we both want to be making sales. Clearly we both want to be, this is what we call higher ground, common ground, before you get down to, but right now what's happening is, and this is how I feel about it, what do you want to do about it? let's reach some common agreement of a plan so that we actually move forward. Another model is a model called the GROW model, and the GROW is what is the common goal? Where the common goal is we both want to make sales, we both want to hit target, we both want to have a good relationship. But the reality right now is I'm getting these emails from you. I'm getting these 2-hour phone calls. I'm getting called and asked every 10 minutes what I'm actually doing. I get the feeling that I'm not trusted. I get the feeling that I'm actually wanting to leave the joint. So let's actually brainstorm some options here. What are some options? What do you think? What do I think? Let's agree. And now let's agree on who is going to do what by when and what the follow-up process is. So you can see the follow-up process is to actually change this reality so that we actually work towards our goal. So you can see there's a number of different things you can do here to actually work through and sort out so you don't feel stuck, so that you move on. The final thing I said to this fellow was, mate, this is what we call in psychology parent-adult-child, parent-adult-child. This is not a parent-child relationship. This is an adult-to-adult relationship, and you don't sit around feeling like a child being scolded by mummy or daddy or the priest or the policeman and therefore feeling a victim. You sit eyeball to eyeball with your manager, your lover, even your child, and let's have an adult-to-adult relationship where we actually work through one of those models to where we both agree on what we want in terms of the common goal. What is the common reality right now? How do I feel about it? What are the facts? But how do I feel about it? Now let's together work on options. Let's brainstorm options. Let's get it all out on the table, hear the other person's point of view, and that doesn't mean listening to the other person's point of view, and then agreeing on a plan of action. And that way we have the chat. Sure, it's an uncomfortable chat, but it's way more uncomfortable to stay stuck and not sort it out. Take responsibility to sort it out. Don't hang around like a victim, whinging, whining, and complaining. Sort it out. Sort it out. Life is full of sort it out adult conversations, and that's what a high performer does. That's what a winner does. Sorts it out so they can move on to keep moving to the next level and the next level. Hope this helps. This is Leigh Funnell. Want more? Go to my website. Take action. This is about high performance. This is about you being your best. This is about getting the best results you possibly can in the time you have available on this planet. See you soon.